editing the video and I got a new mic, right? You could hear my dryer in the background. Before, when I was filming with the old mic, you couldn't hear whenever I had the washer or the dryer going, but you can hear it in this video. So, sorry, it's in there. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Candace, and if you're new here, I'm documenting my journey of paying off over $200,000 worth of debt. Today is March 1st, so we're actually going to get into budgeting our first paycheck of the month. Now, you know what? I really should watch my last videos to remember kind of what I said. But we'll get there. So there's a few things I want to go through. I did, like I said, I think I said this in the last video. Maybe I have made another video, but I didn't post it. So I don't know when I said this. It was technically the last video, I think, but I didn't post it. But I got a new notebook. So this was my original notebook. It was a pink one. And the issue with this was I write any and everything in this notebook. So there's a grocery list. There's stuff that I wanted to Google, stuff for my trips. It was just too much stuff in here and I was having trouble finding the pages. I also am a person who will just open the notebook to a page and then write down whatever. Not oh, this is the next actual empty page, so let me write on there. I'll just open the notebook and write. So then I can't find anything that I need. So we got a dedicated budgeting notebook. I just got this from Walmart. I actually really love these. So what I did was, and I'll post it somewhere on the screen, write down all my bills for the month and the dates they're due. All the bills, the dates they're due, my couple of variable expenses, and then I wrote down all my debt. This is as of maybe a week ago or so that I wrote this down. But yeah, everything's in here, so everything's up to date. Okay, now that I'm comfy, so for this paycheck, March 1st to the 14th, I'm technically budgeting everything that was in my bank account, not just the money from my actual paycheck. So that's what was in my bank account. So I'm just budgeting all the money that was actually in there, because if I don't, then that other money is just going to sit there and we don't actually want that. Okay, so for income, I wrote $3,495.25 because that's what was in my bank account. And just going through the list really quick as normal, my rent was $13.52. My car payment is gonna be $550.32. Apple already took their little money on a Sunday. It's crazy to me, but it's fine. $2.99 for the storage. My Patreon already came out as well. That's $5.40, but I love supporting smart creators. My water bill for this month came out to be $26.28, and that, like I said before, gets paid along with the rent. My food budget for the next 2 weeks is $200, gas $75, and then I'm paying $100 towards my Capital One card, $200 towards my Ally credit card, and then $50 towards my Huntington debt. Okay, so we'll do the math really quick. That's $34.95.25, and I personally don't always add the change when I'm adding or subtracting. I probably should, but sometimes it'll be I round some up and I round some down, so hopefully they even out. But I don't think that 25 cents is really gonna make or break me. But to each your own. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But I don't do it for some and then not do it for others. So if I'm gonna have the change added or subtracted, we're gonna do it for all of them and not just round up or down. But let me finish this really quick. Okay, so that leaves us with $931.54. Okay, so that's all the fixed, variable expenses, and then some going towards that. Things that I have listed on here for March. I'm getting my hair braided for me to go to Paris, so that is $375. My nails are gonna be about 90. I did decide to stop getting my nails like soaked off at the shop, because I have this stuff that I can just soak them off here. So why pay the extra like $10 or $20? This was like 3 weeks ago now or so. Um, these were only $90, so I could save some money by soaking my nails off myself. So that's what I'm gonna do. My pedicure is 92, and then I am getting a wax, so that's gonna be 125. So let me subtract all of that. All right, that's gonna leave me with 249.54. This amount does not include my second job, so we're just going off my first job. So 249.54. What are we gonna do with it? We actually, for this go around, we're just gonna move it to my savings account. But I'm gonna put it in one of the buckets. My savings account's with Ally, and so you can put things in different buckets. Right now, I don't think I have anything in a bucket, but I'm gonna move that and put it into the bucket for me to go to Paris or Europe, because I'm going to 3 different cities. Really and truly, I'm not like going there to like shop and stuff. I'm going for their experiences. I probably need to actually like estimate how much would I need, but I think like $1,000 would be fine. So that'll be like me getting my side job money plus this, and then whatever I have left over for my next paycheck. I feel like that would be fine. Like, I don't think I need too much, because especially when I'm on vacation, like I kind of like I do like to have a nice dinner, but breakfast and lunch is kind of just like I'll get something while I'm out. So hopefully it won't be crazy, but you know, we're gonna work it out. So that's the budget for March 1st through the 14th, and then we get paid again on the 15th. So that's nothing. I will say really quickly, so my paychecks from my day job actually have decreased. So starting in February, my, what are those called? My benefits, they went up. I don't know. January was a little weird because we technically got paid on like December 31st or a couple of days before New Year's. So everything that was in effect as far as my benefits still got paid under my 2025 elections. My 2026 ones didn't start until I think the second paycheck of January, but then I also ended up getting a raise, which started in February. So I wasn't really sure like how much my paycheck was going to be, because I just really couldn't tell with all the changes that was happening at once. So I know, because I think this was my first like regular paycheck since all those changes happened. And this was $3,142.11. So I did also change my W-4 to withdraw or withhold. I want to say I did an extra $100 per paycheck, so $200 a month. Was that it? I actually might have to look, and if it's wrong, I'll correct it in the next video. But I did that so that, because my second job wasn't taking enough taxes out of my paycheck. So if I let that go on for the rest of this year, then next year when I file my taxes for 2026, I would have owed. I don't want to owe. If I owe, I don't mind it being like $100, $200, but I'm not trying to owe like $500, $600, $700, you know. So I think for where it is right now, I've tweaked it to like a good spot. But then maybe like in June or somewhere in the summer, I'll go back and reevaluate to see if I need to take out more, or if I can reduce it to withhold less. So that's the plan for that. And it's really like not money I'm missing, so it's fine. So I know I showed you guys this before. My friend got me this for our vision board party. And have I actually started to fill it out? Not really. I did kind of start doing this 50-50 savings challenge. This is one that has the actual envelopes, and your girl got actual, I don't know if you can see it, prop money in here. The thing was having me put all these dollar amounts because I have like $2,300 or something in my savings account now. So I was like, okay, well, which ones should I fill out? And basically, they wanted me to do everything from like 70, I think 70 to 100, and then the number 35 for however much I had in my bank or in my savings account. And so I started doing it, and as you see, I didn't get far because I had to like put all these bills in here, and I just didn't want to do that. So I'm not gonna put the dollars in there. I will color in the little circles, but that's it. I'm not gonna put all those dollars in there. It was way too much. If you like cash budget, hold on, my washer's going off. All right, it takes like 30 seconds to sing. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. But like I was saying, if you cash budget, more power to you. I cannot be bothered. That is so much like work, and like you go to the bank, you put this in, you take this out. You gotta be so organized. And my videos already are not organized, so we don't need that extra layer of headache. I will say I got this from Walmart. I was watching Beautifully Me and You. I'm pretty sure that's her channel. And she was like showing how to start cash budgeting on a budget. So she went to Walmart and got this little thing. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. I don't actually want to be a cash budgeter, but I do have prop money. Let me show you. Literally, stacks and stacks. I think total is like $28,000, almost $29,000 that I bought. And it's from propmoney.com. I don't think this is a necessity to have, but I like it. And I got the bills that are like, these were released, or they imitate the bills that were released in 1990. So I really like it. But as far as putting all these dollar amounts in them envelopes, nothing happened. I will, however, use this to track as I'm making my student loan payments. So I already made 2. Why is there different monies in here? In different areas. What was this for? Oh, I remember. Okay. What I did was, so there's 2 different, I set it up for 2 different slots, but I only labeled one. I need to put the other label. So the first label here for the purple is for loan, specifically loan 118. And then in the pocket behind that is for the $92.50 that I also pay for my student loans. So this is so far what I've paid towards my other, I had 22, I paid off 1, so 21, 20, the other 20 student loans. So thus far towards my other 20 student loans, I paid, that's wrong. Something's wrong. Let me try again. Okay, this is the wrong dollars. These are the dollars for 118. How much? This was 33 of them? That's wrong. It should only be 32 because I've made 2 $1,600 payments and not more than that. So anyways, $3,200 so far this year to loan 118, which is crazy to me. And so this is the money that I paid for the other 20 student loans. I think this is like $180. This is what, 150, 160, 170, 180, 185. That's what we paid for the other 20 loans, which is crazy. But we have a grand total of $3,380, right? That's what I just said. Something like that. It's okay. It's okay. While I'm sitting here, I will give you a quick update on how much I owe towards my student loan so we can just see what we're working with here. I am glad that the total's like visibly gone down. So right now we're at total $161,477.99. And then for loan 118 alone, I owe $21,558.94. Let me look, how much did I write on here initially? So when I wrote this the other day, it was $21,525.75. So it's gone up like about 25, almost $30, which is okay. It's not a ton in the grand scheme of things, but it's fine, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. It has to be fine. What else am I gonna do? But yeah, and is the interest paid off, or do I have one more? Let me go look. So the interest, technically in my mind, is paid off. I guess since I've made the last payment, I've had $61.59 accrued interest, but the general amount of the interest is paid off. So now when I make my next payment, which won't be until the 15th, so that's 2 weeks from now, it gets about $5 in interest a day. 5 times 14 is what, like $70, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, I did the wrong. 14 times 5. Right. So we'll have an additional $70. So that'll be like $130 in interest. So now for my payments, which are $1,600, when we subtract $130 from that, $1,470 going towards the principal. Like, that's gonna put me about $20,000. Isn't that amazing? Like, the only thing is, I don't know if we're gonna make it to paying the whole thing off within a year. Even if I get to 20K or down to 20K, so then that means I have like 8 months left in the year to make payments. 20,000 divided by 8 is $2,500, and that's without interest constantly accruing. So I don't know. I definitely could. I'm not gonna say cut back. I could. Really and truly, the only option I have is to make more money, because I already bought my J. Cole ticket, so I'm going there. And I want to go somewhere for my birthday. Like, I went somewhere for Christmas this year. I want to go somewhere for my birthday this year. So I don't know. Only option is to make some more funds. Or I probably could, like, there is some stuff in here that I could get rid of, and I kind of will go through that, like, when I'm getting ready to move. I have a lot of clothes that I don't wear or need. I have shoes that can go. There are things I can get rid of to at least make like a couple $100 that I could put towards, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do some sort of like virtual job. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. Either way, it's getting paid off, so it's fine. So I'm really kind of like happy thus far where my budget is. I will say I have a lot of, I mean, normally I wouldn't be getting my hair braided. Let's pray that I'm able to keep it in for longer than 2 weeks, but we will see. I know people's like, that's so much money to just take the hair down after 2 weeks, but I can't take it sometimes. I'm actually about to try to switch my appointment from knotless boho to miracle knots, because now I know that's a thing and that people do it, because that's just so much extra hair, you know. Maybe I just want her to braid my hair and then add boho in it. That's what I did last summer. I'm gonna text the girl and see, because it was too much. Who want braids that My head gonna be way down. I don't know. But I'm gonna text her and see, and maybe that'll lower the price too, because she don't have to supply so much hair. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I need to tell you guys? But I feel like my mind's pretty clear. That might be it. We went over this. We talked about this. We went over the budget. Like, you know, I think my next video, I actually want to talk about investing specifically. I think that needs its own video, so I won't bring it up here. Well, since I really can't think of anything else to yap about, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. This has nothing to do with the video, but this brand is at Walmart, Clear American, and it's the sweetened cherry limeade. I have so many other flavors of sparkling water, but this is the only one I've been drinking. Well, for the last like week or two. Back to the video.